All right, I'm going to see if I can keep up with the action. This is from where me and Paul and Jamie were playing around on Tuesday, the 20th of August of 2019. And I just find these drones fascinating. I love that little shadow of mine sitting on the ground when we just went by. And I know that some of you, after watching that other video, were screaming and hollering at me, telling me, I know what the problem is, you dummy. I know what the problem is. I did too. I just wasn't thinking. I finally realized after it was all over that smaller objects look farther away than large objects. I've been into photography and other things off and on long enough to realize that if you put a small object beside a large object and get the right, to look at it, the small object looks like it's behind. It looks like it's farther away than the large object is when they're exactly the same distance away from you. But my addled brain wasn't registering yesterday, so I thought our telemetry was wrong and everything. And I realized when Paul said, I'm 90-some feet in the air, and I said, I'm 100-and-some feet in the air, and you still higher than I am, that it was wrong, wrong, wrong. Both our telemetries were right. If I'd have been thinking, I'd have dropped down to where he was at, and I'd have found a little summer gun. As it was hard as crap. Now, right there is Jamie. And you can see his little black drone if you look close enough, but I missed it there for a minute in the view screen. And I'm not sure where he's at, but I was taking a picture. And now that's Jamie's pad right to the left front of me, and that's Paul's to the right of me. And I thought that was Jamie. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe I can't tell from this angle, but I thought Jamie was in the air. Maybe he wasn't at that time. No, I don't think he was. But that looked like Jamie's daggone drone over there. Anyhow, it's not important. I'm sitting there, I done got tired of waiting on him, so I'm getting up there and trying to get a picture of what's going on, and I'm looking at my viewfinder, and the viewfinder on this Typhoon is spectacular compared to anything else I've ever seen, but it's still not as good as the video coming from the camera that you're looking through now. I've done some zooming. I hope it shows up. And I hope I didn't zoom it enough to mess it up, because you can mess up, you can mess up your picture if you zoom too far. But I managed, I think, to get to 200% a couple of times, and it didn't make it too grainy, but it's hard to tell unless you watch it full screen. But I'm waiting on them, and I think Jamie's up right there. Jamie, there you go. Do you see him to the right of, to my left? And I didn't even see it. I don't know. That little drone of his is quiet. He says it's too quiet. He wants his to make it racket like Paul's. Paul sounds like crap to me. It goes, and that thing just scares the crap out of you. You can tell where it's at all the time. But you can't see the son of a gun. You look down on his landing pad, you can't see that little drone sitting there. It's just a little speck, and it looks like a little June bug. And when he gets it off the ground, it's hard as crap to see it, even from the ground, and you can hear it, and you go, where did Paul's drone go? He calls it Sparky. Sparky. Where did Sparky go? Because it's a DJI Spark is what it is. It's a damn good little drone, cute as a button, but I couldn't fly it very long. See, Jamie's up there now above my walnut tree, except he's not. He's way this side of the walnut tree, but it looks like he's right over top of that walnut tree. And I found him, I think, but I'm going to go over and look. I get some good footage of Jamie's drone from the air. See that little black. It ain't. I zoomed that. That's zoomed a little bit, probably 200%, maybe 100 and some. But and I'm gonna get real close. And y'all probably saw that on the other video, but I'm not as close as it looks like I am. I'm pretty darn getting close right now, but I'm nowhere near going to hit him. And he's a good sport. He's not too scared of my flying. We've been flying off and on together now, and been up in the air at the same time enough that as long as he sits still, he trusts me. And I'm beginning to get why I trust him. And anytime y'all watch that video where the drone went out of sight above me, I can't lift my head no higher than that. That's the reason I can't keep the camera on my head up. And one of my good buddies, Radio Bill, was fussing about my head bobbing around. And I had to inform him that if he would watch other people's RC videos where people are recording what they're doing, and they're by themselves, and they have to do their own camera work, your head probably bips around. I mean, you can't help it. You can't watch. You've got to be aware of your surroundings. And so you have to look down, you have to look here, you have to look back and forth, you have to look up and down the street, or you have to look at your ramps, or you have to look at where you're going to land. I mean, your head is bitty bopping around if you're playing with RCs by yourself. Now, you can tell barely, but Paul's little drone is still sitting there, and he's helping Jamie over yonder because Jamie can't see his view screen. Jamie's got a really, really nice pad, a tablet, and it's in a box, and you still can't see it, and because the sun just wipes these things out. And it looks like I'm right in that tree, but I'm not. I ain't nowhere near that tree. That's the dreaded drone-eating tree. My cones, my Bickety Bam said me and my Creighton were cone killers, but that is a freaking drone-eating tree right there. And this is the first time that I can remember, except maybe with my very first drone, that I was out this early in the morning. So the lighting is totally different from anything I've ever done before, and the lighting is great. This is something else that I remembered after the fact. Shooting pictures, shooting photography, lighting is key. And if you're going to do still photos, and I've noticed now with videos, if the lighting is from behind you or behind the camera, it just does so much better. And I knew this. I mean, I've been in and out of photography enough. I knew this, but I'm old and I forget half the crap I used to know. And it's coming back. Some of it's coming back. And Paul's in the air now. I'm pretty sure Paul's in the air with his little Sparky, but I can't see that thing. I don't know where it's at. I can't see it now. But we're going to play, used to be finding Elmo or finding Nemo or finding somebody, but we're going to play finding Sparky today. And that's what I did. But I got some decent shots of him and didn't know it. I mean, I didn't even see him at all. You'll see him darting in and out of the picture. And I never saw him on the viewfinder. That was the first time. And he swooped down. He didn't see me. But there he is over yonder to the top left of the cars. And that thing ain't big as nothing. And if you can't see it through the viewfinder, you can't hardly see it anywhere. I thought he was higher than he was. That's the reason I keep going up with the camera and looking because I can hear him. And he's higher than I am. So I figure, hell, he's up there. But he's not. But the way the lighting is hitting these things, one reason I'm taking so much time and boring everybody with these pictures that everybody has seen so much, it's got to be boring, but to me they're not. This is my childhood stomping grounds, and I stomped them. All as far as you can see, I've been on foot. I guarantee you can't see as far as I've been on foot. I walked everywhere until I got a bicycle when I was 12 years old, and then I rode the bicycle everywhere. I have even ridden a bicycle down through these woods. A buddy of mine named Robert lived over on another road, and they had tractors, and he had motorcycles. All the kids had motorcycles and mini bikes and everything except me. And Robert had taken see, there's Jamie, I think, right there to the right. But Robert had taken and cut a path through the woods so I could ride a bicycle over to his fish pond, and I loved to fish as a kid. I'd rather fish than to do most anything, but that's not Jamie. I thought it was, but that's not Jamie. I need to pay more attention to what I'm looking at instead of flapping my jaws, I reckon. But I like flapping my jaws. I went to the vet, took Dusty Cat to the vet Saturday, and the vet is from Virginia, around Danville, South Boston area, and he sounded like it, and me and him hit it off fabulously. We were both rednecks, southern rednecks, talking southern redneck, and It probably would drive anybody crazy if there's been anybody in there except Sarah, because she talks a whole lot southern redneck too. And me and him just hit it off right quick. He's a good boy. He's over in Eden. I don't remember his name. I've got his card, but that's neither here nor there. But he made a difficult trip, at least, if not enjoyable, at least bearable. I'm getting better because by now I would have been blubbering before. As it is, I'm not blubbering. But ain't that beautiful? The lighting is so much different. There's a little creek back behind that pond I used to go in and play in and get the frogs and the little salamanders and all that stuff and everything. And that place over there was a guy in there that raised quail. And I used to rabbit hunt, squirrel hunt. I ain't never been able to shoot a quail because when they got up, I didn't have no dogs. But when they got up, they scared the damn whole covey of them get up. If you've never experienced a covey rise within 10 feet of the front of you, you ain't never been startled like that. Them things will startle the crap out of you, and I ain't never been quail hunting. But he raised quails, and he run into me one day, won't know what I was doing. I told him I was squirrel hunting. He said, "You shoot all the squirrels and rabbits you want to. Don't shoot my quails." So we had a good thing. His name was Medley. His last name was Medley, and he was a darn good man. But I'm going to say this, and I don't mean nothing harsh by it. These videos are made for me. I'm making them for me. I'm learning. I am learning. This is just the second time I've ever been in the air with this Typhoon H Plus, and I've got to learn it because I got things I got to do. And these are helping me learn and helping me grow more confident and teaching me things. And all this bobbing up and down with the camera is for a reason. I mean, I can't explain it to y'all because y'all ain't there and y'all not going to do what I'm going to do. But all this bobbing up and down with the camera, all this moving back and forwards is me learning the systems as quickly but as efficiently as I can. And y'all, if you watch these videos, y'all got to suffer through it. I could be taking some much better shots. See, that's just nothing. But to me, sitting on the ground, it means something. And I can't explain it to you, but I need to practice. And that means something. All that means something. This camera system on this thing is so fantastic. I haven't even scratched the surface, not even the least bit of what it will do. And I love how even with my jerky, ham-fisted, fingered, whatever you call it, movements, that it's as smooth as silk. I mean, you see my other drones, man, that thing would have rocked back and forth. Any of the other drones I had would have been rocking and rolling and everything else while I did that. But this one is rock steady. Ain't that a beautiful sight? To me, it is. I'm sitting here watching this and keeping an eye out the window because Sarah, Miss Bly, has ordered her. I finally talked her into it. I said, "I've got a new computer. You need one. Please get you one. I'll pay for it," but she wouldn't let me. So she got on the phone, I don't know, it was Saturday night or Sunday night one, and after about 30, 40 minutes with a Dale representative, she's got her not the top of the line because she don't need that. Laptop coming, docking station, and everything, because she's got two 25-inch monitors. And I don't know how she keeps up with two of them, but she does a real good job at it. She says I need to get me another one, and if I ever get to use it, then I would never want to go back to just one monitor. But I have no trouble keeping up with what's on one screen. And this thing says I can pause this somewhere, and I'm not sure if I can or not. But I need to do something, and I don't know. Maybe y'all can put up with it. My nose is stopped up, and I got bad sinuses. I've always had bad sinuses, but I need to pause this daggone thing, and I don't see where it's at now. So let me see if this will do it without screwing anything up, and I'll be right back. Now, that either worked or it didn't work. If y'all heard a bunch of sniffing and a snorting, then it didn't work. If the audio's screwed up now, it didn't work. But I'm hooked on nasal spray. I'm hooked on a lot of stuff, but I've been hooked on nasal spray since I was a kid. The doctor told me, he said, you can either use the nasal spray. There's Sparky right there. I just seen it out of the corner of my eye. See him right down there next to that landing pad where James flew by. I didn't see him in the view screen. He ain't there. But I've been hooked on nose spray. The doctor said I could be either take the nose spray and breathe, or don't take it and have to breathe through my mouth forever and ever. So I'll take the darn nose spray myself. I could have had an operation. It might have lasted 6 months, he told me. And just recently, within the last year or so, I went back to the doctor because they thought I had another problem. I thought I had fallen down and busted my head enough that I needed an MRI, and they found something there. And what they found was that problem that I have had since I was a child, and they wanted to go in and rotor-root my ass. No, sorry, but the way they talked about that, they'd gone up in there, and one little slip, and they was going to make Charles dumber than he already is. So Charles said, nope, ain't going to do that. But evidently, this is not the video I thought it was. Either that or I have done talked to where I missed it. But it was a good video anyhow. I don't know what happened. Anyhow, it's going to end just a minute. I'm going to land, and this thing's going to hop over. When I let go of the stick, it jumps just a little bit past neutral and bunny hops on me. Watch it. Bye. Damn it. Thank you for watching. Give me a thumbs up. Subscribe. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you liked. Tell me what you didn't like. Y'all have fun, play safe, and remember to always endeavor to persevere.